Hi, this is Corkboy, and welcome back to Inferno Mines, the Fun Path Challenge, Part 7. In this episode, we are going to be destroying, totally just destroying Mellow Cavern, because it's a really easy area. And actually, we're going to have enough time to go straight on to the next area, which will lead on to Intersection 3. So here we go. So first off, we're going to go straight here into Mellow Caverns. And, we're still pretty much prepared from last time. Now, Mellow Caverns is just a really simple area. Vechs designed it to sort of be easy, actually. It's not anything much. First you go down this sort of spirally area down, and then there's a big drop down into the actual cavern itself. The one issue in the Fun Path Challenge that we're going to have is that big drop. Usually, what he intended you to do was to break a block, which then causes a whole tower of sand to fall down, which then you can ladder down on the sand. Now, we could use ladders, but we can't, unfortunately, break the block to get the sand tower, so we're definitely going to take all these ladders, but there is no way down there at this point except for pearls. So we're going to first torch up this little ledge over here, because it's always filled with mobs and can be dangerous and can shoot you off the ledge if you're not careful. And also, it's just easier to pearl from this area. So here we go. And we're just going to pearl straight down to those cows, which are actually going to be a good source of food. So first we're going to sort of slaughter all the cows with our flame bow and get lots of steak. So that's sort of a secondary purpose to this area, is to get some more food. We're not doing too bad on food, but we could definitely use a lot more food, especially for the upcoming years. So that's 29 steak, that'll be plenty. And putting the next ladder on there to get out of the hole. And then here we go into the actual cave itself. The cave is pretty well lit up with glowstone. There really isn't anything much to worry about here, so we're just going to go through it pretty quickly. And this is just totally not any different from a normal playthrough. I'm going to get a couple of the chests here. I believe there are some golden apples in these chests, or at least potions, and well, there's some steak at least. I guess I was wrong. And other than that, though, just going to be heading straight for the wool and getting the wool and getting back out. So, now, one thing that this area holds is this area holds the entrance to the first of the optional bosses, Cammy the Hidden. But, unfortunately, the entrance to Cammy the Hidden is actually, well, hidden with some sand. So we can't, unless we accidentally cause a creeper to blow a hole in the sand, we're not going to actually be able to get into the area. So, if you're wondering about this, I am not intending to actually go and beat the optional bosses in this playthrough. It wouldn't necessarily be that much of a challenge, more challenge than normal. There's nothing particularly difficult about doing those bosses in this challenge, but I just decided to ignore it. Now, here we are at the wool, and the one interesting thing in Mellow Caverns is these baby spiders with creepers riding on them, which is supposed to sort of surprise you when you get near the wool box, but they're really quite easy. And the simplest way to do this is to just sort of put some ladders down here, right, going straight down to the wool box to give ourselves a nice area of retreat. Shoot the spiders, the spider bombers, I guess we can call them, and just run in, grab the wool, run out, climb back up the ladder, and it'll even be before another one of those guys can spawn. Oh, we missed one. There we go. So there you go. That was incredibly easy, wasn't it? It's really, Mellow Cavern is totally mellow. There's nothing particularly dangerous about it. There's almost no spawners whatsoever, so the exception of those baby spider creeper spawners, I think the only other spawner is a special spawner that sort of guards the old entrance to the optional area, Cammy the Hidden. So, anyway, we got them all. And there's nothing left in this area for us at all, really. Just gonna go back. I'm gonna need some ladders. This is not a very easy area to climb out of when you're not able to place blocks, but with ladders we can make do with it. I'm not sure why I took 4 stacks of torches. There's nothing much to do here. Alright, so we could kill all the cows and get some more steak, but not gonna bother. We have 32 steak. That'll be plenty to get us to the next steak replenishment area, which is coming up at the halfway point of the map. Now, here we're getting to the hardest part of Mellow Caverns, and that is getting out. We pearled way down to get here, and you can't pearl that high up to get out, to get all the way out. It's not possible. I tried, And actually, for a while, I thought, oh, we're actually stuck, aren't we? We're not going to be able to do this. This is going to be bad. I tried to pearl up that ledge, and it just wasn't possible. But I did find a method. It's pretty tricky, though. You got to get it just right. See that little ledge up there in the dark that's sort of underneath the other ledge? Bullseye. And then from there, we can easily pillar up to the rest of the area there. Whew! That's the hardest part of Metal Caverns right there, those 2 pearls. And without that, I don't think you can get out of there with this challenge. One more ladder. And there we go. That's about it. We're done. So we're just gonna hurry up and get out of here. No reason to dilly-dally any longer. There's nothing left for us in there. So we're going to head straight to the next area, which is Flame Warp and the Grey Wool. And it's also the area which will lead us to the 3rd intersection, which will be the first real challenge, I think, of this challenge. So we're just going to organize our stuff a little bit, and since we are going to be heading to the next intersection, it's important to sort of bring supplies with you. We're not going to open up. It's not very easy to get from the 3rd intersection to the 2nd intersection, even in a normal playthrough, because there's no direct shortcut. And of course, in this case, we're not able to open up the shortcuts. So we're really going to sort of have to. I want to bring as much of my stuff, as much of my important stuff as I can. So I'm going to sort of fill up the ender chest, make sure I have some armor and weapons, and not take everything, but take a couple good backups in the ender chest just in case. And make sure I have some ladders, and put in some TNT carts just in case. I'm trying to think of what I might need here in the next areas in the 3rd intersection. That'll be really crucial. So I'm just going to get some stuff ready. Okay, ender chest full, off we go. Here we go, straight to Flame Warp. And, okay, this shouldn't be a problem, and, wait, I'm going the wrong direction. Oops, sorry. Not back in Metal Caverns. Flame Warps, which is through Lush Roads. Okay, there we go. So get in the cart, and off we go. Now, we've sort of cleared out the floor of Lush Ruins, but we haven't gone too far to the right, so the extra area to the right, which is the way to Flame Warp, we haven't actually cleared any of that out yet. So it's going to be, well, it's really not particularly difficult. We still have our speed from the speed shower, so we're just going to run. I mean, we're not going to, there's nothing much to conquer in this area. There are some good items, of course, up in that castle area over there. There's another booper, and there's more than a full set of diamond armor and chests, but there's also a billion spawners, and a billion spawners in places where it'd sort of be impossible to light everything up, so we're just going to ignore it. It would be multiple deaths for no real reason. There's cave spider spawners underneath that stone. It's really annoying. Okay, so we're not poisoned anymore, and we're just gonna run. Now, this is a wide area, fast skelly spawner, yeah, with no weapons, and those guys are actually not so easy to outrun. But if you're actually literally running and you have the speed potion, you can outrun them. And we're just gonna go straight shot towards Flame Warp. Now, there's this bridge here that will explode. Sometimes it'll explode. This time, didn't explode. You have to be kind of unlucky for it to literally explode right underneath you. So now I'm seeing lots of creepers here, so I'm kind of retreating. Usually I go straight in the door and light everything up, but I'm retreating to an area outside of the range of the spawners inside the building and killing those creatures, which spawn sort of dangerously close to where I was trying to do a fast torch run. So here we go. Now we killed those guys. Oh, there's still one more creeper. Hey, that's right. He won't bother us. And now this area in this room has is a witch spawner and a couple of other spawners there. Main issue here is this witch spawner, which we just got poisoned, of course, from the witch. Arrgh. Kill that creeper, and the witch is coming. And, oh, she missed. She missed with that damage potion. Didn't miss with that damage potion, though. Okay, so I got her. Those witches, of course, in Vechs's witches have extra HP and are going to run really fast. But I think we lit up everything in the room pretty well before we got there, so we shouldn't have any more witches to deal with. Well, one final skeleton. Okay, let's check these chests. Let's torch up some more just for the hell of it. Check these chests for good stuff that we're going to need, like pearls and... No? Not good? Yeah, no, we're torching first. Over torching, as usual. I think I check these chests. Ah, there we go. So we have some boots, not so bad. Some extra enchanting bottles, which actually by the end of this map, I have just a ton of enchanting bottles left over. I really didn't need them money because I go through the map pretty efficiently. If you start dying a lot and have to re-enchant your gear, those become really crucial. Ah, there are some golden apples. Those we need. Those we want. And, oh, that's a pretty good sword. Okay, so we've got all the stuff from these chests, and the next up is this little connecting area with an annoying ghast spawner and two rooms on the right and left with a ton of creeper spawners. If you ever need to make a creeper grinder, these rooms on the right and the left will be pretty good for that. I think there's 7 or 8 creeper spawners in each one, assuming, of course, you can clean them up without having the creepers explode the spawners themselves. Now, this gas spawner is one of Vechs's things where he has the gas stuck in a cage and there's a button underneath it that you can shoot with a bow and arrow to blow up the spawner, but the actual gas itself, the gas spawner itself, will sort of almost immediately respawn itself, so there's almost no point in killing the gas. You have to hit that button with your bow and arrow and it'll self-destruct. But there's this bridge in the way here that just makes the angle really difficult, so first I'm going to run in and torch up a little bit, torch up here too, so you can hit the button. Okay, I think I hit the button, but it's not dead yet. Okay, let's try again. And you can, thankfully you can hit back the fireballs with the bow, with your arrows, and check on left and right. Ah, there it goes, finally. It sort of had a little delay there, I don't get it. Okay, now those creeper rooms on the right and left, we are ignoring them. They have no loot we actually want, particularly. They have it's like a battle sign, and you don't even remember what's in the other chest. It's not anything we particularly care about. Okay, so here we are at Flame Warp, and the next Saurian sign-off shelter. We have all our stuff in the inner chest, and that's under the Flame Bringer. We're not even going to bother to get it. It's not useful. So, Flame Warp is this really annoying area, to be frank, made up of these diamond shapes, which I guess MC Edit has as a default tool, which makes it tempting for map makers to use it. Please don't use it, map makers. It's just annoying. And we have creeper spawners on the left and on the right. And, oh, yeah, look, it's the wool box. Yeah. Well, that's sure to be easy. Oh, except for the fact that it's suspended in midair and has no way to get over there without using blocks. Well, great, thanks. That's going to be really helpful on this challenge. But actually, it's not that hard to get the wool. You just have to be clever and fast. I guess is the right way to say it. There's one more creeper spawner over here. We're going to make sure to light this up before it spawns something, because that could just ruin our day if it spawns a creeper behind us while we're doing our delicate work here. And, okay, so, plan. Well, we're going to have to use pearls, obviously. So, oh, that throwing stake at creepers, not going to work, guy. Thanks. Not sure why I did that. Oh, another. I guess there's a little dark area over there. That I want to get rid of that. Well, all right. First a pearl. So, pearl over there, and the easiest thing to do is actually aim for one of the iron bars, because that way you're going to make sure you'll hit something and won't overshoot. There you go. Okay. Now we can't just dig down through the ceiling because it's brick, and we're not allowed to break brick. So we're going to have to break the glass. So we're shifting and breaking some glass. I can't seem to reach the second glass, so we're going to use the ladder and break the second glass. Okay. Now, there's a spawner on top that is a blaze spawner, but it has a long delay on it for some reason. I think Vechs might have just put it there to sort of cause you to panic and throw yourself off by accident. I think the delay is almost like 20 seconds or so. So I'm going to light up this extra area for more creepers spawn. Alright, now we open up that hole in the glass, so all we have to do now is pearl into that hole. So, let's see here. How are we doing? Booyah! Ooh, that was a good one. I'll admit that was a pretty nervous little pearl. And pearl one more time back out, and we have the wool. And so now what we're going to do is run back and put it in the ender chest and get on to the next area. So, that wasn't that hard, was it? Well, Flame Warp is an area that's not really hard. It's, I guess, tricky is the right area. It's hard to find your way around, and it's a little bit hard to just move around the area. The spawners are in sort of obvious locations, and there is one sort of wide area skeleton spawner, but it doesn't work right. Vechs even said that it didn't really work right. I think this area, to be frank, was sort of, it doesn't seem fitting for Inferno Mines. It was one of the earliest ones Vechs made for this map, and it just seems sort of out of character. It's too small potatoes. I don't know. It just doesn't seem as epic as some of the other areas. Now, the other thing that is annoying about this area is that in this challenge, it is one of the few places in the map that you cannot, I'm almost certain of this, you cannot go to the end of the area without using a pearl. It's not possible to actually just walk or ladder or do anything. You have to dig or place blocks to get up there, because the correct way to the upper strata of this is up there, and there's no way to get up there, especially with these diamond formations. You can't ladder up anything, so you have to get up there 2 strata like that with a pearl. See, and then once you're up here, now you can walk all the way to the exit. But unless you get up here, there's no way you can do it, and I don't think there's any way up here without pearling. So every time we go through this area, and we're going to have to go through this area a couple times just to get our stuff again from intersection 2, we're going to have to, unfortunately, pearl. So just keep that in mind. This is going to use our pearls, at least one. I think I missed the pearl a couple times later on in the map, so it's going to take a couple pearls just to get through this area, which is annoying. But we're going to have to deal with it. Now, the last part and hardest part of Flame Warp is actually this coming up here in the next section. So there's a little sort of trap, and he gives you some golden apples, I guess, to sort of say, you know, I'm sorry for what's about to happen. But in this next area, you actually have some sort of hidden poisonous spider spawners, and most importantly, you have an invisible creeper spawner. Now, the invisible creeper spawner, it only sort of spawns on the left-hand side of this, so if you sort of stick to the right-hand side and run, and don't, you can't really run, but just continue moving forward, you probably won't be hit by any invisible creepers. It's just sort of, it's a bit of luck, but if you keep moving, creepers can't move on this terrain very quickly either, so you don't have to worry about it. So I'm just sort of heading on the right-hand side. You're going to get hit by some skeletons, fine, but now it's just a straight shot, so go up as fast as you can. I think I still have speed from the Saurian Shine-Off filter, so I should be, doing okay. That skeleton's gonna ruin my day. Ouch. Okay, well, but see, I have this really good armor, so the skeleton arrows are just doing almost no damage to me whatsoever. The only thing that could really harm me at this point is, an explosion or multiple explosions, and especially poison. But here we go. I made it. I'm out of Flame Warp, and it's a straight shot here to intersection 3. So clear a couple guys who are following me, and that should be about it. So once we're at intersection 3, the real fun begins. The next episode, we're going to be attacking Dumb Blast Zisto Cavern, which is, frankly, I think it's the second hardest area in the entire map in this challenge. And we're going to have some fun with pigman spawners. But first we're going to go down here and get this chest with a kind chest as a bed in it. Well, thank you for the bed. I purposely didn't bring a bed because I knew there was a bed here. And get some other stuff. But thanks everybody for watching, and see you next time.